Okay. So what if one day one candidate comes to you for an interview, is really eager to come and get into your company, but does not qualify for anything? What are you going to do with that person?
Well, what happens? See, we are very, very selective, and nobody works for MAHAM before they also get all sorts of training to become the person we want them to be in touch with the market, because they're going to sit with um, our clients. If a person is going to sit in front of the client, they better know what they're talking about. We want to make sure that they are well prepared, they know how to answer each and every question, and there is nothing that the client would have as doubt in their mind that the MAHAM representative is incapable of answering. So we do a lot of on-job training and orientation, etc., extensively. Maybe we overdo it at times, but we have to do that in order to maintain and ensure quality. Now back to your question about the interview. If a person happens not to meet any or like clicked any of my or the company's the criteria for joining MAHAM, and that's true anywhere, so whether here in the UAE, in Saudi, in Egypt, anywhere where we have offices, it's actually a good thing that we suggest that they first attend our trainings, know how to become a very professional, very capable individual, and then we would definitely welcome, if there is an opportunity, we would welcome them. Why not? If not, then we recommend, qualified people to our clients. So that's also a value addition that we bring to market.
Actually, before coming for this interview, I had seen the MAHAM site. There was a lady, she had commented under one of the posts given for, job as a candidate. She wanted to apply, and probably she did apply and said the feedback was really well. Though she did not get selected for the job, but she was directed to the right path. So I really wanted to know if this, is a very common thing over here in MAHAM, because usually companies will just be like, oh, bye-bye,
We see, again, I'll go back to the beginning when I mentioned that we do everything with passion and we love people. If you love people, how can you just simply tell them bye without adding value?
Yes.
One thing that I always make sure that we all go with, even my colleagues in our offices elsewhere, you have to leave a mark. You have to be remembered. If you have attended an interview or you met somebody and that somebody was a potential candidate to join you, and even if you saw there were certain differences of opinion or you don't agree in principle on things that are for us very crucial, I want to make sure that that person will always forever remember his encounter at MAHAM. Because if we didn't do that, I wouldn't consider us as successful at all. I think it's a duty, it's an obligation, and it's a way that when you go to bed at night and you put your head on your pillow, you feel consciously all right. That one, you never hurt a human being, you never humiliated anyone, and you have actually contributed. So a lot of people would go to interviews, and I've seen this everywhere. In our interviews, if a candidate walks in, he walks out knowing whether they are selected or not, whether they will get the job or not, and if they are not getting the job, why they're not getting the job, and what needs to be done should they reconsider joining us in future, what we look for so that they prepare themselves. So it's not about walking in an interview for 10, 15, 20, 30, 1 hour, it's about getting anything out of the experience, anything out of the experience. I have people that tell me that they went for interviews, and my friends and colleagues and everything, and when I was even at the younger stage of my career, I went to interviews. Well, I had the personality to ask. A lot of people would not ask. So I would go like, so how is this interview so far? And the interviewer gets really uncomfortable. Well, tell me, what are you thinking? Are you thinking to hire me, or are you not thinking of hiring me, and why? It's pure and simple. If you know what you're doing, then tell me.
Right.
Oh, we'll come back to you. Yeah, but I'm here, you can tell me now. Well, you will hear from HR. Well, I can hear from you, I'm sitting with you.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, it's not FBI, CIA, secretive.
Completely.
Tell me, are you hiring me or you're not hiring me? It's that simple.
That's true, that's very true.
Oh, we're seeing other candidates. Yeah, but if you are seeing other candidates, and if you have seen already other candidates, where do I rank?
Yes, that's true.
Has it been a good meeting? Yeah, give me some indication. Shall I keep you in my mind? See, if you think from the other person's perspective, if you're the interviewer and you're sitting interviewing people that are, and let me use this term because now the market is a little tough on many people.
Yes, that's true.
If you know that the market is tough and people are desperately looking for jobs, don't keep them hanging and pending.
Yes.
It is not fair. Let them go, knowing. I mean, if you're not going to hire them, they're going to find out. Well, let them find out sooner than later. It helps.
Yes, they can prepare for other interviews in other companies.
Sure. Or not live with the hope that they're going to join you.
Yes.
If you're not going to hire them, tell them.
That's very right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yet, you'll be very surprised the small, tiny little percentage of companies or managers that practice anything like this. Yeah.
And where have you seen this trend moving more? Because you have seen the American market, the UK market, or maybe the European market, because I've seen you dealing with, French people, etc. And of course, the Middle East market, from where the company and you have originated.
Yeah.
So, where do you think such kind of behavior in people is originating more? That the person who's coming for the interview wants to ask the interviewer such questions.
I think the Americans are such liberal. I mean, they'll tell you. If you ask them, they'll tell you. They might not volunteer, so they might not take the initiative and tell you like, oh, this is such a very lousy interview. I mean, they might not tell you that. But if you ask them, in most cases, they'll tell you, sorry, but you're not the person we're looking for. Straightforward. And the British, to some extent, yes. Other cultures, again, it depends. Here in the Middle East, common practice, we'll let you know. We'll come back to you. And even if the person doesn't really like very, very few people would tell the people on their faces, no. I don't know, maybe it's a cultural thing, maybe they don't want to hurt their feelings or anything, but I'd rather we be straightforward, honest, as we explained before.